So a mutual of mine, black content creator, made a video where he said that the United States is a dictatorship. The video got some weird flag by TikTok. When you try to repost it, it basically asks, "Are you sure you want to repost it?" Da da da. Never seen that before. Basically, try to say if you repost this, you know what I'm saying? If you repost it, you're reposting something that may not be true. Never in my days of being on TikTok have I ever seen that before. A white tea creator, good man, by the way, said, "You know what? I'm going to test this out. I'm going to make the same type of videos the black creator did. And I'm going to say the exact same things. And I'm going to see if I get flagged." You know what happened when the white tea creator made the exact same video purposely just to see if anything would happen? Nothing. Nothing. That ain't no coincidence, bro.
Hey my people, Gracie here once again, welcoming you back to the channel. I hope that from wherever you my lovelies are watching this from, you're doing alright and God has protected you and preserved you very well. I appreciate all of you that keep supporting me on here, the generous souls that give me super thanks and super chats in appreciation of what I do on here. Thank you so very much, and a big shout out to my members. They do me amazing. They are part of the membership program, and that keeps this channel growing as well. So I do appreciate you so very much. As usual, we do have another interesting episode to look at. When we bring such episodes, a lot of people would think, oh, black people victimize themselves. Where today is the truth and evidence that some people cannot handle the truth, especially when it is coming from melanin or melanated people. What am I talking about? There's a video that I found on TikTok making rounds of this brother that was speaking about the current political atmosphere of the United States of America and how there's one person that has assumed power, and considering all the history and the background that the internet and the whole world has on him, right? But he's really controlling the narrative and the things that are being done in this so-called democracy. This brother was trying to bring light on them. And guess what, guys? They, of course, censored him. A lot of people that were trying to share this voice with the rest of the world, they were being cautioned if they are supposed, like, are you sure you... Oh my goodness. And I feel like when we find such voices, the other side of TikTok, I do believe that sometimes YouTube wants this voice to go out there. So I'm bringing it out here to share it. And you're going to see actually the controversy that when a person like this came and said the same things verbatim that the brother was saying, of course, there was no consequence and it actually went viral. But we have to watch his video first. It's quite like 6 minutes. And then we'll watch what this person as well say the same thing. And of course, a bit of reactions to it. We will come back and give our opinions. I'll give you mine. Stick around. We'll come back and talk about it. Do me a favor. Like the video, share it, and subscribe to the channel.
It is a dictatorship, and there's not much we can do about it right now. Let's just be honest. All of these alarm bells are ringing. Federal court judge blocks this, but all this shit is still happening. Why? Where? In what type of society does that happen? A dictatorship. It's not pre-dictatorship. It's not up and coming. It's here, real time. You know why we're seeing so much extreme day-to-day basis? Because everybody who is on board with the Trump administration that has power in the government, whether it be local, state, or federal, right? They feel so empowered now to move forward with their extreme views that they have historically had to harbor away or hide away, given the current administration or the current obstacles in the way. But now that they feel like it's the wild, wild west, that's why we see all of this extreme shit. That fucking senator just said, oh, well, everybody dies. We're going to cut Medicaid except for the eligible because, oh, everybody dies. Okay, then go die. Since death is just such a throw-up light thing, go die. Everybody dies, go die. She doesn't want death, but when you cut Medicaid for people, then everybody dies. You know how extreme that is? They're trying to float bills that will ban books. I don't know how anybody calls Donald Trump a strong man when he can't take criticism for it. Explain how these tariffs are going to help us. Explain how your economy has been the best ever when the numbers don't line up with that at all. Give us some real evidence about the white genocide in South Africa. Bring your pocket junkie Elon Musk before Congress. What the you mean that some unelected billionaire never stood before Congress, never got elected, nothing but bull, goes in under this doge, goes through all of our personal information, doing ketamine on the daily, and other uppers, downers, I don't know, whatever the fuck. So basically, you let a rich drug addict run through our personal information that nobody voted for in a democracy. And nothing happened to him. He is a free man right now. It's a dictatorship. It's not it's not upcoming, it's here. A unanimous Supreme Court decision. Go get Omar. Is he here? They said we're going after the worst of the worst criminals. We're going to get them all out of here. And then they revoke people with legal status. And then they have ICE agents waiting at courthouses for people going through the legal process. Do people going through the legal process sound like the worst of the worst criminals to you? It is a dictatorship. Congress? Are you kidding me? We don't have a Congress. I am yet to be able to make a fucking video about my opinion of Caroline Levitt because I get so upset. I can't stand that bitch. You know why I think Obama is 10 million times the man Donald Trump could ever be? Because when there were hecklers at his rallies or his speeches or people that interrupted, he said, hey, freedom of speech is a thing here, and we respect it. Let them yell. Let them shout. He always said, don't boo, vote. He let them use their freedom of speech, even if it was in a negative way, even if it was criticizing him. You can't tell Donald Trump it. It's just incredible to me that people will support a man who immediately turns into this little crybaby when you present him with facts that are contradictory to his delusion that he's the greatest thing to ever happen to America. I have the greatest economy ever. The bad parts are Biden, the good parts are me. They present him with facts. I don't hate you, Donald. These are just the facts. He says, fake reporter, you're terrible, your network is terrible, you should be investigated, yada, yada, yada. That's not strength, that's straight pussy. I just saw some MAGA motherfucker talk about Democrats are babies, like we've been crying about a fake election for the last 5 years. In counting. You know who fuck minds and biz and moans about the rules when they lose? Babies, children. What the fuck are we talking about? The leftist lunatics? Which leftist lunatic Democrat stormed the Capitol in January of this year? And that's not even hating either side. That's just the facts. You can't look at both sides and call the left the lunatics when in 2021, the right stormed the Capitol. What the fuck are we talking about? You cannot call the Democrats babies when you all have been crying and bitching about the 2020 election. To this day, Trump is still talking about Biden. To this day, in present time. He just floated and endorsed and whatever this conspiracy about Biden being executed and being behind him being a robot. Move the phone. They were talking about, it's going to be a fake election. It was a rigged election just before the November election in 2024. And then when he won, that got cut off. They shut the fuck up because when they win, it can't possibly be rigged. It's what the American people wanted, even though it was a damn near 50-50 popular vote. It has gotten to a point where it genuinely does not matter if you're on the right, left, Republican, Democrat. It just should be a collective, universal, unanimous, what the f is this? And the answer to that is, it is a dictatorship. And it's sad. And it's fucking sad. So Elon Musk went through all of our data this year and then decided to leave. And I'm supposed to believe that the 2028 election is just going to be free and fair. They've already mentioned how he had his hand in the voting computers and like that. And y'all gave him, 4+ months to do whatever the fuck, everything. And then he just disappears and that's his tenure. Nothing happened. The 2028 election is going to be a show.
Okay, I've watched a black creator get flagged multiple times for saying this, so I just need to, I need to experiment. The U.S. is being run under a dictatorship currently. Okay? They have every legislative branch of government. They make all the decisions, and none of us matter. let's see how well this performs. The United States is in a dictatorship. We currently have a felon in charge who does not obey the societal contract or constitution that this country was founded on. We have career public servants turning their backs on constituents, saying, well, we are all gonna die. They are trying to cut Medicare, Medicaid, any benefit that has social meaning in this country. The checks are not balancing, okay? We need them to balance.
And like you've seen, he recorded 2 clips of this and it got views and nobody said anything. 2 of these clips, so I think it gives us a clear picture of who gets to say what and it goes by and who gets known to. And I think after here, let's look at reactions of other people and what they saw when they were sharing this video.
Did you guys see that video of that man saying the USA is a dictatorship? And how if you try to share that video, it says, check your sources before sharing? And like, that's just even if you're trying to repost it, anything. Like if you click the share button at all, it's like, check your sources before sharing. What? And then when you click the sharing, it's like, are you sure? Like it's just giving a bunch of warnings. Like, do you really want to share this video? Like, hello, is that not proving that he's correct? Is that not proving that literally his point in the video is correct? Like, you guys are heavily suppressing creators who are just speaking about the state of the country currently. And like, to then be like, well, check your sources before sharing. You're trying to make it so that people are like second guessing before sharing it, before reposting it, before spreading it around. But it's like obvious that that's you guys' goal, to like suppress the creator who is talking about how the USA is a dictatorship. Like, I feel like the more you guys try to suppress it, the more obvious it is that that's what's actually going on. Because why are you guys going out of your way to be like, check your sources before sharing? And then you click, okay, well, I'm going to share anyway. And then it's like, are you sure you want to share? And it's like all in red and like looks like it's like yes, share anyway. Like, why is it doing all of that? Like, that's literally, I feel like that's literally proving his point, actually, about what he was saying in that video.
It is a dictatorship, and there's not much we can do about it right now. Let's just be honest.
Have you ever seen this warning before? I haven't. Have you ever seen this pop up before when you try to share something? I haven't, and I have seen some bullshit on this app. I am troubled, and you should be troubled.
A unanimous Supreme Court decision. Go get Kilmar. Is he here?
Number 1, of course, go watch his entire video. There are no lies told. None. But also, this is my first time on TikTok today, and it's getting weird. Here, I'll show you. Here's what happened when I hit the share button while watching this video. A, it sounds pretty accurate to me, but B, wasn't there just a fuss from the conservatives about fact-checking on social media apps? Where's that outrage now? And what is this? Sharing's limited to 1 chat at a... What is this? What is going on with TikTok? Oh, Shochu sold us out.
One of my mutuals made a video saying that we are currently in a dictatorship. But when you share the video, it says check your sources before sharing. And I have a history of fact-checking people on this page, specifically Trumpies, spreading straight lies with millions of views. I never saw that before, ever. Honestly, it just proves we are in a dictatorship. You proved his fucking point, TikTok. Ever since we got TikTok back, it's been fucked.
It is a dictatorship, and there's not much we can do about it right now. Let's just be honest. All of these.
Okay, so check your sources before sharing warning. Another check your sources thing. And that. Not to mention, when I tried stitching this video, I had to try and stitch it 5 times and exit out of the app. They do not like that he is speaking facts. Remember how Trump saved TikTok? Yeah. Okay.
To the guy that posted the dictatorship video, I would also like to add that when you share it to someone in your DMs, this is what it looks like. I sent this at 12:39 and it says, caution, may contain inaccurate information. What part of that is inaccurate, TikTok? What part of it is inaccurate, TikTok?
So I think I'm going to take a break off of here because it's just too much. The information that's coming in, it's too much. Not only that, it doesn't change it. It doesn't matter if a video gets 28 billion views. It will not change the political climate. And I'm just being honest. I'm a realist. I'm a realist, and that's just how I see it. Shit won't change until we take action. And that's just being honest. Sitting up here, making videos all day, quoting articles, showing the green screen in the back, taking excerpts from CNBC and nightly news and all that shit doesn't change anything. People getting their phones out and recording ICE walking through people's neighborhoods and shit doesn't change anything. It brings awareness. It brings the topic and the conversation up, but does it change anything? Not really. And it's because the United States, like another creator said who had his video flagged, he said it was a dictatorship. And I'm going to say the same thing. I agree. It's a dictatorship. It's like a pot of water that has been on simmer and they just turned the knob to boiling. And it's always been hot. It's always been hot. It's always been the temperature. They're just turning it up. The United States has always been like this. People are like, oh, they're changing it. And no, it's not changing. This is how it's always been. There's people on here who are pretending they didn't vote for this, pretending that they're against this. And they sit and have these same conversations with their family members in their dining rooms about how they love the way everything is going. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them push the false narrative. Just because they sit on here, they get your views, they get your likes, they get you to agree with them, does not mean they're on your side. Okay? There's people who voted for it. They will sit here in your face and tell you they didn't. I promise you that. Yes, it's hard to tell who is the op and who isn't, but I need to take a mental break because it's just too much. It's too much and none helps. None of it.
The U.S. is currently being run by a dictatorship. If you saw that one video that guy did, you saw all over your screen. They tried to censor you from sending it out and sharing it, saying to check your sources. This is my theory. I'm theorizing that the AI technology used to capture these subtitles is also recognizing the fact that I'm a black man saying this. And historically, black people in America have said that America is a dictatorship or an imperialistic country. These people are also known as the Black Panthers, and the Black Panthers have historically been labeled as a terrorist organization by the American government, depending on who was in regime at the time. And if you look at the current regime, it's pretty fucking racist. So I'm not saying that AI is racist, but I am absolutely saying that they're using AI for racism, and TikTok is one of those people.
I like this creator. I like the things that he says. I haven't followed yet, but after this, I'm definitely going to follow. I don't know if you can see at the tippy top, there is a check your sources before sharing. TikTok, because in the video, he's talking about how the U.S. is a dictatorship now. And he outlines all of the things that are happening that proves that to be true. And TikTok, I've never seen this warning before. When I mistakenly pressed the share button, and it limited it let me know that it's limiting my ability to share it to multiple people at one time, right? I can only do it one by one. TikTok, what are we on? What are we on? Because the new changes that you all made with that shutdown, absolutely deplorable. So now when people tell the truth, you can't, it's getting all kind of disclaimers. Both of these, I hope that you know that they're doing this to your content.
I am quite sure this is not news, especially if you're melanated and if you are in the creative space like this. Let me tell you guys, after watching censorship of these voices, I have so much respect for creators that are in this space. For whatever that you do. This is like one of the jobs that people think it is just getting a camera and sitting in front of it or your phone and get light and talk. Trust me, there's a lot of in the background. Sometimes you create and you don't get paid for it. Yeah, out of the blue. What you're saying does not make sense at all. And therefore, because it doesn't make sense to them, even if it makes sense, because the thing is, don't get me wrong, I am very, very grateful for platforms like this, which I want to put this out there, even for YouTube to know that most of these videos, I do them for information and educational purposes only. I don't intend to bring something that I know is not going to be good for the community. I have a certain audience that likes what I do, and I normally try to cater for what they want. So I'm super grateful that we even have such platforms like this that allow us to put our voices, and these voices reach a wider audience. YouTube pushes this into a wider audience to inform the public, which is really, really amazing. But I am not going to lie to you that in the recent period, the censorship has not increased. When I say that, if I say that to you, I will have lied to you. I know some of you probably know that there are videos that have been on this platform and they are not on there anymore. Why? Because, yes, and I noticed that these videos are attracting quite an attention that is going to put this channel in trouble. Now I am a content creator. I feed on this. This pays my bills, including other things that I don't put out here. But I consider myself doing this full time, really. So if I see something is going to cause, like it's going to affect the channel, I'll get rid of it. For instance, there's a video that I made that some of you watched it, some of you did not watch it. And I took it off because apparently, yeah. Meanwhile, that was one of the biggest important videos. If I am to make anything to the Black community, this video was very, very important. Right? But I had to end up taking it down because there's just that increased, and I think you have seen melanated people all over talking about these things. When melanated people, that especially those that have an opinion, come on here and speak to you and tell you about their struggles, believe them because they are real. Meanwhile, some of the platforms like TikTok, I use TikTok and I clearly get many of other people's voices to feature in here so that, it emphasizes what I want to talk about to my audience, right? But some of those platforms, my goodness, when I tell you, they are bought and they literally favor a certain group that leans to a certain whatever. And especially ever since that app blacked out and it came back, things changed. Like you have seen clearly, the palm-colored brother that said what he said. I'm not gonna say he said it verbatim, but it entailed, like it brought the same effect, but nothing. And I also tried it when I shared the video, like I have showed you the questions that were given. All for what? For someone that is speaking facts. And for a Black man to actually come out and speak the truth, some people cannot take it. Many, many times haven't you seen them people that are very strongly condemning some of the things that are happening in the US, and they are not as limited and like literally challenged and censored like melanated people. When I tell you there's a gap in creativity, in this creative industry, and people that come and create content, and there's also a difference in how much a melanated person gets paid and other people get paid. I don't know all the whatever that is in there that causes others to be paid less and others to be paid more, but me, as a creator on here, I have seen it. Moreover, most of the things that be brought, yes, they be the truth. This guy, the one they have been talking about, meanwhile, right now they are literally clashing with each other with Elon. All for what? not simply because Elon is out of the government. I feel like there's something that is trying to be passed in the background. I feel like there's kind of a diversion that is happening for people to remove their eyes on the right things, for people to start getting confused and be like, oh, he did this, oh, he did that. Oh my God, guys, there's a rooster that is in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But yes, to confuse people, who to blame and who to leave. Who should we ask accountability from? Because the thing is, leaders need to be held accountable. And some of those platforms, I don't know if they are paid, which if they are, it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious who they serve. But at least for me, this helps me to put out a bit of, like, to pour out my, I even have to be careful about which words that I use, lest I don't get paid from. But you know what I mean. You do know exactly what I mean. From that, the people that are saying, oh, no, Black people are just victimizing themselves. No. You, who is saying that? You're the one that is ignorant of how the systems work. A lot of this would be labeled as not information that is not true. Which, from your assessment, what did he say that was not true? What? Mention. If these people are coming for people that are not even criminals, if these people are deporting US citizens, if these people are literally getting rid of programs that have been specifically designed for Americans, like, what did he say that is not the truth? And what did this man say that was, like, different from what Boffer Diz said? You guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Sometimes if you find the video today and then tomorrow you don't find it, just know, okay? Okay. Put your thoughts in the comment section about this and how increasingly censorship has increased on some platforms, how literally racism is given a leeway, like it's excused, and it's left on these platforms to linger, right? But not the truth that the Black King was airing out there. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I think from me for today, that's it. I will definitely see you in another amazing video if these platforms still allow us to work with them. Yes.